everyone, and welcome to the Cellar edition number 14, Jose, number 14.
Edition 14 and the second one in the new store.
Second one in the new store. Today we've got a pretty sort of short cellar, but in saying that, very, very sweet. Very, very sweet indeed, Jose.
Quite a special cellar.
Yeah, we're pulling out something really big here, something that's been a long time in the wait, and it's really exciting to be able to launch a few of these out into the wild, and that's the Chichibu X Komagotake Double Distilleries blend from Chichibu. So, Jose, this is an absolutely stellar bottling. What we're doing with the cellar is we're doing two separate packs. So, you can either grab the Ichiru's Malt Chichibu X Komagotake with the well-blended whiskey, or with the well-blended limited edition. So there's two options there, two packs.
Yeah, and we are very privileged to be able to offer this to our Australian customers. So, being there is also a privilege to be representing Chichibu Distillery in Australia. And there's a very limited amount of bottles to be sold after this. So,
yeah, it's exciting. Shall we, while we talk a little bit about it, Jose, have a little bit of a taste? Do you want to crack that one over?
Going to crack this one open. Only 10,200 bottles produced of this whiskey. Basically, Mars Group and Chichibu decided to swap some new make and age in their own cellars.
Yeah.
So
in 2015, I think it was, the swap occurred, and it was basically quite poignant in the Japanese whiskey industry because it's not really something that has been done in the past, and it's kind of
no. It's never. It's not a tradition on Japanese distilleries to trade stock of different ownership, right?
Yeah.
So you got Suntory that they own several distilleries and they do change stock and they blend. Same does Nikka, but distillers of different ownership traditionally don't do this. And this is the first time there is a blended Japanese whiskey of distillers from different ownership. So
from two distilleries and a cracker. So I guess a poignant bottle, just in terms of what it holds, is maybe a movement to a new sort of landscape in the Japanese whiskey landscape, but also it's just an absolutely stunning whiskey as well.
And this is a very bourbon-forward Chichibu.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time Chichibu has not told me the composition, and they want to keep this as kind of a bit of a mystery, just to give a little bit of what would you say in English, John?
A little bit of mystery is a good word.
Leave the magic for the customer to discern. There is a little bit of peated whiskey. Mainly, it's all bourbon cask. There is even stock as old as 10-year-olds from Chichibu, and it's been blended with Mars whiskey that at least is 6 years old.
Yeah, absolutely stunning. Get some beautiful acorns, nutty notes.
That Danish, apricot Danish.
Mm-hmm.
That's croissant, hot croissant.
French bakery vibe from it. Super duper Moorish, and as we would expect from Chichibu, just a dram that continues. The length is there.
Stunning whiskey.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And a very special one for anyone's collection, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, even a little bit of some stewed fruits there as well on the palate. It's just gorgeous. A really amazing one to have, and a poignant one, I guess, in Japanese whiskey history, and for the amazing Chichibu distillery, which we love. So very limited amount of each pack available, one pack per customer. So you can only get your hands on one of these, but I would recommend doing it because it's an absolutely stunning whiskey. So that is very exciting.
So
what a way to start! What a way to wet the whistle, Jose. That is cracking dram.
And this is one of those offerings that doesn't come very often. So we're very lucky to be able to offer this.
Yeah, no, it's super exciting. We thought we'd bring out just two more bottles for the cellar that we wanted to bring out, and for those who can't always come into the shop, these are a couple now that we're starting to bring out onto the shelf, and still only very limited quantities of these, but we've got two from the Whiskey Agency 2020 Winter Range.
Another bottler that is on our heart and is, what we consider one of the best bottlers in the world. So we got a 21-year-old Tomatin,
Yeah.
and we also got a 32-year-old Tullamore.
Mm-hmm.
1988 Tullamores.
It's a year for Tullamore.
It's a year for Tullamore.
Yep.
Fantastic whiskey, quite vegetal, but also slightly fruity.
Yeah. They have these like the old Tullamores, particularly the '88 Tullamores. It's this battle between like vegetal, menthol, light grass, hay notes, and then these sort of really deep, rich stone fruit notes as well. And it's a whiskey that has a lot of elegance and class, and you can sit it with it in a glass for a while because it moves through those notes. It's a stunning whiskey and a really good one to get your hands on for the collection. The other one is Tomatin too. As we know, as you know, Tomatins start to get a little bit older. Those sort of delicate fruits start to poke out that have just become an absolute wonder amongst whiskey drinkers.
Orchard fruits and a bit of bananas, apples, and a bit of that kind of slightly waxy side for Tomatin Distillery, which is great.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about big runs. We are talking about 311 bottles out of these that we were lucky to get maybe around 12 in Australia. There's not many of them left. And only 187 bottles of the Tullamore. So quite special bottles.
Special bottles. No, really, really good one.
Something to put in the cupboard and maybe save for a few years or open straight away and enjoy like a world-class dram.
Absolutely. So that's it for this cellar, for the cellar number 14. We've also got some really fun things happening over the next couple of weeks with the Whiskey Abbey Festival. Keep your eye on our social medias.
We will get to that.
Yeah, as we do some bottle teasing and of course, we've got some really exciting festival bottlings and plenty of other fun stuff happening with the store, particularly moving into the Christmas period. We'll tell you a little bit more about you guys being able to come in here and have a dram with us soon as well. So cheers, Jose. A beautiful cellar, and I think I'm going to have to grab one of these myself.